It seems like lately we've been needing you, the audience, to help us name some submissions and knockouts because we just can't decide. And this week we've got another one where we need some help. We've also got a fight where 2 TKOs happen. Yeah, you won't believe that one. And I hope you don't have a weak stomach for sounds because we have a cringe warning later for a submission that's just... yeah. And these are all thanks to the legend Caposa, so if you want more clips like these daily, go give him a follow on his Twitter at Grabaka_Hitman. What's going on, everyone? It's a casual, Lawton Veerkant, and this is Caposa's Corner. Kicking us off this week, we're going to Modern Fighting Pancration 236 in Russia for one fight. Here, we have a featherweight matchup between Julian Chingis, who has a 3-1 record, and he's up against Rusev, who also has a 3-1 record. So, this is the fight where we need your all's help. 45 seconds into the first round, we go to the canvas, and after some scrambling, we see Julian isolate this left leg, and then after some more scrambling, well, just look.
Нейтрализовал попытки болевого на ногу. И сдается.
It's not a heel hook, not a toe hold, definitely not a knee bar, so what the hell? Caposa deemed it a knee twister unofficially, and that seems fitting because look at how contorted his leg is at the end. It even looks bent when Julian stands up. And Caposa actually followed up with some people from the jiu-jitsu world, and they said it was an outside heel hook finished via body lock pin pressure, which basically means it's just a nasty outside heel hook with added pressure on the knee ligaments from pinning him. I don't know, knee twister sounded cooler. Definitely doesn't look like a comfortable position to be in, but we love to see some creativity here, and that's exactly what he does to secure this win and improve his record to 4-1. Next up, we're heading to Cage Fight Series 10 in Austria for one fight, and this is a welterweight bout that has Andreas Binder sitting at a 4-1 record, and his opponent, Roest Akman, has a 6-3 record and is probably a name you recognize from his 2 UFC fights in 2019 and his feature against Ian Gary on this show last year. And, fun fact, Binder also fought Gary back in 2018 when they were just amateurs, where he won via decision. So, this fight makes it to the second round, and just over 2 minutes in, well, the hooks start flying.
None of them has been able to really get the edge yet, you know? Oh, wow! Fantastic uppercut from Andres. It's over. It's over. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah. That final right hook probably did the job, but why not tack on 3 ground hooks just for safety's sake? Binder is just throwing hooks back and forth, with a few of them hitting, but this final right hook sends him down, and I actually think this first ground hook is what really put Akman out. Either way, that was a fantastic second round win for Binder, who improves his record to 5-1 and now has a very nice name added to his resume. Now we're going to take a look at Extreme Fighting Championship 93 in South Africa, where we have 2 fights to show you. For the first, we have a lightweight fight that sees Kevin Pretorius, who is making his pro debut, and he's up against Shepo Majuba, who only has an 0-1 record. These are some of my favorite because this knockout only takes 7 seconds, so just take a look.
Well, you know.
Oh, he's out, look just like that.
Down goes Majuba, good night.
No, that announcer wasn't mumbling, his microphone was cutting out, but he got the final good night in, which is all that matters because Majuba was in fact put to sleep. Also, this was a pretty confusing sequence because that left hook actually misses, causes Majuba to trip over his left leg, and while falling, this huge right catches his chin, and then the one hammer fist just turns the lights out. What a performance though from Kevin, as he sets a record for the fastest KO in Extreme Fighting Championship and makes one hell of a debut. For our second fight at Extreme Fighting Championship 93, we have the main event welterweight title fight for the vacant belt that has Martin von Staden with a 20-11 record, and his opponent, Zico Makengeli, only has a 3-0 record. I have absolutely no idea who matched these two up, but 31 fights to 3, regardless of wins, doesn't seem like a smart idea to me. But that isn't even the most interesting part of this fight. As the bell for the end of round 1 is near, we get our first TKO of this fight.
Spinning back heel. And they're stopping, they're still going. And the referee's been hit. Referee Vickers Swart is down.
Oh my goodness.
Our brave ref Vickers Swart steps in to separate the fighters, and as you saw, a huge delayed left hook from Zico catches him and sends him down. Now, he did recover quickly, but they ultimately decided to swap referees, and then we fast forward to the third and final round, and surely this new ref won't get knocked out too, right?
It's a big left drive by Makengeli.
Oh,
Martin
that's
stands.
dangerous.
Martin's
That's
covering.
dangerous.
Martin for Staden. It's over. Zico Makengeli.
Nah, just kidding. But he did damn near take some blows trying to get Zico off of him. This was a smooth sequence though. If you notice, Zico rocks him with this first jab from southpaw, switches stance and throws a jab to straight that just sends him down, and the hammer fists are interrupted by our new ref, and this fight is over. Pretty weird series of events in this one, but Zico does pull the win off, keeping his record clean at 4-0, and he is your new EFC welterweight champion. Up next, we're gonna go visit Ironman Championship Fight 23 in Brazil, where we have 2 fights. For the first, we have a flyweight bout between Julian with a 2-1 record, and he's up against Lenin Rodrigo, who has an even 3-3 record. We've got another one that makes it to the second round, but not for long. Whoa! Yeah, he stuffed that takedown, yanked his leg back out, missed the first right hook, but this devastating left hook is enough to send him down, and the one hammer fist is all it takes before the ref steps in. Not a very bad performance for only your 4th MMA fight, as Junior gets the job done early in the second round, claims another win, and improves his record to 3-1. For our second fight at Ironman Championship Fight 23, we have the co-main event, which is a featherweight title fight between current champ Bruno Henrique, sitting at a 15-4 record, and making his first title defense, and his opponent, Werlison Almeida, has a 6-3 record. So, back to our first round finishes. This fight has just passed the 3-minute mark, and you're about to see a mouthpiece flying along with another huge left hook. Whoa!
Joelhada, voou ali o protetor.
Yeah, make that 2 huge left hooks for this event. A knee in the clinch just launches the mouthpiece, and then Bruno decides to finish this fight with the left hook that just snaps his head and sends him down and out against the cage. Another pretty solid performance as he gains this win just over 3 minutes, improves his record to 16-4, and is still your Ironman CF featherweight champion. Moving on, we're gonna go check out Iquitos Combat Championship A in Peru for 1 fight, and it is of course Caposa's KO of the week. Here we have an amateur bantamweight matchup between Elvis Flores, making his debut, and he's taking on Seth Pinedo, who has an even 3-3 record. So this is another quick one as round 1 starts and we are just barely over 30 seconds in. Pinedo is about to give Flores a warm welcome into MMA.
Pero muy buena. ¡Pum! ¡Cayó de nuevo! ¡Knockout!
And by warm welcome, I mean a slam KO directly to the head, forcing this fight to an end just 38 seconds in. Man, it is unfortunate we only have these 2 angles, but they definitely aren't the worst, and you can see from this cage side angle that as soon as he hits the canvas, it is lights out and the ref steps in and this one is over. Not exactly how you want your first MMA fight to go, but Pinedo doesn't go easy on him, secures the slam KO, and improves his record to 4-3. Now we're gonna go visit our friends at Combatte Global in Florida, where we have an atomweight fight, don't see those very often, between Irlanda Galindo, sitting at a 1-1 record, and she's taking on Anna Summers, who only has an 0-1 record. So, I try to be respectful and give you all a heads up when something abnormal happens. So, here's your cringe warning, because you're about to witness and hear a limb breaking, and boy is it loud.
Está aguantando mucha fuerza ahí, pero tiene el agarre esta.
Yeah, maybe don't hug and kiss your opponent immediately after you snap their arm. I'm not gonna replay the audio for my own sake, but you should rewind and listen to that again. Dear Lord, once this fight goes to the ground, Summers continually tries to secure the armbar with no success, but don't worry, just switch to a Kimura and break the shit out of her arm, why don't you? We are happy to report that Galindo is in positive spirits according to Instagram, and says that she is fine and will come back stronger from this. But what a way to secure your first pro win, as Summers does just that, and in a very painful way. Still going, we're heading next to LFA 128 in South Dakota for a welterweight bout that has Sarek Shields with a 3-0 record, and he's up against Thad Jean, who has just a 2-0 record. So this is another second round finish, and while most of this round was spent on the ground, once the ref stands them up with just a minute and a half left, it does not take long for this to happen.
Exchange on the feet shot from Gene.
Yeah, take a look at that again. Yes, the overhand left to stun him while standing was impressive, but look how quickly he angles after that to almost get behind him, where he throws this right hook to just put a stamp on this fight. Really impressive stuff to see from a fighter who's only in his 3rd professional fight, but he does what it takes to secure the 2nd round win and keeps his record clean at 3-0. For our last fight this week, we're going to San Francisco Combat 6 in California, where we have an amateur featherweight fight that has Keith Garcia with an even 1-1 record, and his opponent, Nick Servin, has only an 0-2 record. We're just over 2 minutes into this fight, and I wish some fighters would learn that taunting mid-fight isn't usually a great game plan.
And he is out on his feet. Oh.
Now, I'll give him a slight benefit of the doubt. It's hard to tell if he actually was taunting, but the way he sticks his chin out there, completely not concerned about the incoming hooks, seems like it to me, and he pays the ultimate price by getting sent down and out to the canvas. Garcia was smart to capitalize on that moment though, because it secured him the win and improved his record to 2-1. Thank you again, as always, to Caposa for helping us with these videos, and you really should go give him a follow on Twitter at Krabaka_Hitman to show him some support, and you can also support him by checking out his Patreon at patreon.com/Caposa. And we want to say thank you to all of these amazing organizations for hosting these events year-round so we can watch, and to the fighters, winners, and losers, and we will see you all on the next video. Peace!